This episode is brought to you by Biological Clocks, the gift that keeps on fucking it up for women. The one thing that the ladies will use when it holds absolutely no weight in a conversation. What are we? I don't see no ring on my finger. Eventually I want kids, blah, blah, blah. But I can help you with a thing or two. What are we? Why does it matter? Regardless if I tell you we're dating or not, you still gonna stick around with my string along ass energy. So might as well stop asking. I don't see no ring on my finger. Why does that matter? Common law exists so I can be forced into a marriage whether I want to or not. Eventually I want kids. Hey, gatekeeper, shut the fuck up. All I'm saying is useless argumentative point. So just stop bringing it up. Now let's start the episode. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Welcome to episode 55 of the Our Sins and Woes podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbass perspectives, their dumbest opinions, their dumbest mistakes, and their dumbest complaints. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. I almost fucked that one up. As of the day of recording, it is Our Sins and Woes 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
Happy birthday to us.
Clap it up for that, man.
August 25th, 2019 was when episode 1 came out. Setting the tone featuring J-Pat. Shout out J-Pat. J-Pat's here on behalf of 795 Production. And he was also the guest on the first episode. Were you at a Handfill on features?
Yeah, actually.
Yikes. I told you can't come back till after 60, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. As long as I made that. Shout out YCC Entertainment, your culmination of favorite podcasts, and soon-to-be favorite podcasts and other forms of content creation. Shout out to Zazzle. If you're interested in merch, go to zazzle.com/oursins and woes. YCCentertainment.com. I am off to a bad start.
Year 2. No speaking abilities. Nervous, man.
I'm doing it too fast. YCCentertainment.com/oursins and woes. Make sure you check it out to keep updated on everything Our Sins and Woes has to go. Or just go to YCCentertainment.com to see everything that all the other podcasts have coming out. Speaking of those podcasts, shout out Protest and Riot, shout out Tunes and Tantrums, shout out Blurred Watching, shout out the Sticks Podcast. Make sure you keep up to date on all those. You can find them on all streaming platforms, or you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/YCC Entertainment Network. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube. Leave a like on this episode, on the public episode, not the Patreon episode. Leave a comment saying, it's good to hear Eric not breathing heavy into the mic today. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like on this episode, and make sure you leave a comment saying, damn, Eric, heavy breath. Shout out our Patreons. Shout out our YCC philanthropists. Shout out QH, Frank P, Jacoya J, Bella S, Tyrant Toted Down, and LO. Shout out our lovers of Woes, Dedrick and David B. Shout out our Patreons. We do this for you. And you know, after the 60-minute mark, when we say bye to the free niggas, you're still here to stick around and get the extra juicy content. So we love you for that. You got any exes you like?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I can definitely get all my shout-outs out today. So, as far as shout-outs, that's all I got. Let me go ahead and introduce my 2 guests today, the 2 hosts of the Sweats and Leggings Podcast.
Hey.
It's nice to have y'all come through.
Thank you
we
for having us.
Gave y'all a plaque, but
We should have brought our own little banner. And just
I thought so, but then I know it was a lot of this going on. I was like, I didn't have something else like going on in the room. So I left it at my house.
That's good. Let me shine. I got it.
We can put it out digitally. That's fine.
No.
All right.
We did it one time and I didn't like how it turned out.
You didn't like it?
Hey,
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I thought it was cool. Yeah,
Also
this
can-
right here is like, not that I need to look into your eyes or anything.
But it's blocking our
Weird to
eyes.
hear your voice and not see you.
You can watch my mouth.
That's
Read my lips.
weirder.
Just think about it.
I
You're
don't
just
wanna
reading my
look at
lips.
your lips,
I'm actually looking at his mouth like, you got some pretty teeth.
I know.
You could have said thank you, but you know.
Wait, is that how people properly respond? Oops.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still learning this whole humble thing. I never
Oh,
been
that's
humble
better
a day
than
in my
saying,
life.
"Oh no, it's fine. I didn't brush him today." You know, like just the typical like brush off in the compliment.
Not
Accept
taking
it.
a compliment.
Wait,
Own
no. Wait, time out. If you've ever been a nigga that somebody's complimented your teeth and you say, no, I didn't brush them today, we got bigger problems. We have way bigger problems. Thank you for the compliment or
You're
whatever.
She never tells me that, so apparently I gotta go back into my retainer.
Wow. Wow.
I'll get a retainer tomorrow, don't worry.
Yikes.
Look.
So about your podcast? The fuck are you guys talking about? I mean, I know because I listen to you guys' podcast. I'm an avid fan of, so you can see me. I'm an avid fan of black businesses, and listening to podcasts doesn't take any weight off my skin. So
awesome.
I've listened to it, but for the audience and the Patreons.
Hey.
Ladies first.
My name is Ayana. I am a co-host on Sweats and Leggings.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about it. I mean, my name's not Perel.
Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Returning guest Non-Perel is back. Third time.
I'm back, man.
It seems like you're the one
feel
person
like
that's always here with somebody else.
I'm breaking the rules. That's why I'm allowed to come more than 3 times in a year, because I'm always coming with somebody else.
Are there rules?
It's like half of
there are
it.
rules.
Half of it counts as one.
That's fair. This is our second time returning guest. Non-Perel is back.
What are the rules? No
Don't
one
worry, you
told
probably
me.
won't be coming for a second, so you don't have to.
You a lie? I'm coming tomorrow.
What?
I'm coming tomorrow.
You need to be at the open mic tomorrow.
Stay in my business.
All right. Then.
Like that. Fan
So.
swap.
That was a dope plug. The brand.
That's an
Shout out to you,
insider,
Fan Swap.
unless you weren't at the first podcast.
What are you guys talking about on your podcast?
That's what I meant by ladies first. So there you go, ladies first.
Sweats and Leggings. Sweats and Leggings is a dialogue between men and women, and we are basically breaking down the conversation between men and women that kind of isn't had.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, like, when you're in a relationship, how many conversations actually happen when you listen to the other person? You know, most times it's like you proving your point, and then they're proving their point, and then that's it. So, right here, we have this space where, like, we can actually talk, and, like, the people at home that are, like, in relationships that they hate each other, they can listen and hopefully gather some information from the opposite sex. Or somebody can be like, yeah, bro, like, my wife listened to you said it, but not, you know, now she listens. So that's the whole goal.
And a lot of times you find that we're saying the same thing, or we'll hear something, but he'll hear it, or men will hear it one way, and women will hear it a different way. So we're basically just giving our own perspectives from experience and other people. And
Well, the issue is most times women don't listen.
as he cut me off while I was talking, right.
Yikes.
And so there you have
You know
it.
what makes that bad? My toxic masculinity was kicking it through the roof because I was in complete agreement with what he's saying about y'all not listening. So when you said the communication between men and women, I was like, oh, the one-sided one? But then you pointed out that he cut you out. And I wasn't even talking, and somehow I ate my own
And you was
foot.
yep. So you felt it. You know what it is. Mhm.
Man.
But that's because I know niggas ain't shit. But
That part.
but we'll have bags for that. Sin of the day, will of the week. My sin of the day. Fuck my therapist. I'm kidding. My therapist actually watches my content, so not fuck my therapist. But
Yo, let me know who that is, because I'm looking for one right now.
mine is a white woman.
I was about to say, you probably don't want the same therapist as him.
Well, I don't want his, because I
He
know that's
crazy.
not working out too well. But I do want.
It's not working out too well. Oh no, I have. Yeah, no, I don't like having black therapists because I like it to be more of a unbiased conversation. And when you're black or you're a man, you can relate more to what I'm saying.
And then it feels like but you know what? It's almost like the lawyer, right? When you get a white woman lawyer, which I should have got instead of the first one I had.
White women lawyers can feel the sorriest for black guys.
Yeah, and argue that
Mhm.
very passionately.
Wait, so you want your therapist to feel sorry for you and basically kind of like validate
No, I was
what
talking
you're
about a
saying?
lawyer.
No, just a lawyer.
But y'all made the
Yes, I want my white woman lawyer to feel sorry for me.
y'all
when I'm
made
in
the
court.
connection as if like this is the
I'm
same
just making a
thing.
correlation
No.
because the fact that white women can play a major role in a black man's life and it not always
Yeah,
be
because
they're
people
both-
listen
Shout
to
out
white
Four
women.
Brothers.
People listen to white women.
Huh?
People listen to white women.
Well, they're passionate. They believe what
Nobody listen to white women.
People listen to a white woman can say
Karen.
the same thing that a
Karen
black
would
woman
argue
is saying.
otherwise.
Period, and it holds so much weight.
Whoa. The Karen joke is something that people ignore. Like, the whole joke behind the Karen thing is those are the people that's getting ignored.
He said that. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said that.
But I'm arguing against you saying that people listen to white women. We don't take them seriously. That's why when they're sprawling out in the middle of the fucking Victoria's
You
Secret
can't
line.
say that because so many like incarcerations and deaths have happened because people have listened to white women.
That would apply to all women.
No.
Yes.
White women exclusively, because when a white woman says something, people are just like, "Oh my God!" Until then, they dig into it.
That doesn't happen for black women.
No, people.
You're crazy. That's a woman
not
thing.
Listen to black women.
The Me Too movement is a black woman thing.
It's not
100%
a black
it is.
woman
It
thing.
started with Bill Cosby.
It started with a black woman, but majority of the participants in that are like white women who have been like assaulted, harassed. So it's not just a black woman thing. That is just a woman thing.
That's what I said. It's a woman thing. I never said black women. You said it was a white woman thing. I said it's a woman thing.
From what we were talking about.
She's saying the
right.
Me
From what
Too
we were
movement.
talking about.
The Me Too movement is a woman thing. Well, it started
not a
with black
black
women, but
woman.
it's an all woman thing. It's not a white woman thing.
Well, this
Right.
is where, like,
Who
I
said
think
that?
our communication thing goes because
Yeah, I know, Jeremy.
they'll take
I
the
know.
root of what you're supposed to talk about and go all the way left, and now you forgot about what I thought we were talking about the therapist, and now
because
we're having a whole debate on white women locking niggas up.
Because what we're not gonna do is just take little snippets and try to make them factual when they're actually circumstantial. So that's So it could go left. Say what you're saying and then keep it at that. But don't think that you're gonna say something about women and it's just gonna take off, because that ain't happening.
I'm
Bet money.
confused now.
I bet you I'll say 3 things in this entire. Before I say bye to the free niggas, I get 3 things off about women that people are going to be like, well, you know what? You made a good point.
I bet I can rebut them.
Is it because you're not going to listen to what I'm saying?
It's probably because you're wrong.
So,
I'm
going
having
back
fun
to my
already.
sin of the day, because we never even started. I didn't even get that out yet.
Come correct if you're coming.
So my sin of the day, I was talking to my therapist, and my therapist decided this was her day to get in her bag. And she asked me, why aren't you in a relationship? I don't know, it was a special
I was
day.
going to ask you that today.
My excuse before my conversation with my therapist has always been I'm not in a position to provide a woman with a proper piece of land. I'm not where I wanted to be for me to be able to be in a
The
relationship.
normal black man relation.
For me to be able to want to keep a woman in a relationship. So that's the excuse I used towards my therapist. She's asked me that before, and we've conversated about that before, and she let it go. And I told her that again because she asked again. And she said, bullshit. Why are you not in a relationship? And I repeated it again, like with the stupid Nelson face. So she called bullshit again. And I don't like talking about the conversations that I have with my therapist because, some of those things should be a little private.
Yeah.
Even though I have a public platform that I enjoy talking about my life. But this was one I was
Better
like,
that
let me
she
bring
talk
to the
about
show.
it, not her on her show. That'd be a little crazy.
Well, because of HIPAA.
Yo, if my
probably go to
therapist has a
jail.
show and I don't know about it, problem. We have a fucking problem. But she basically said, I'm taking everything you've been saying for me for the last year, and we got to address something. And she basically said, one of your biggest issues with women is that, or your biggest issue about dating women is the ones that have the I don't need you energy. And I was like, 100%. I hate women that use that in argument. I've made the, what was it, episode 21? Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Blair Watch.
You want to feel necessary? You want to feel necessary?
No, I don't want to feel easily replaceable. And I said that in episode 1. I was like, I've been in too many relationships in my past where I have fallen victim to a woman saying, I don't need you. I said, the next time I hear a female say that, I'll be like, okay, bitch, and I'm going to go cheat on you, and then I'll break up with you after I cheat on you. But I'm not going to tell you I cheated on you. I'm just going to make you feel like the asshole in the relationship after I've already got my nutted off on a different girl.
But I feel
So
like,
is you telling me I'm replaceable?
Yeah, but I feel like if you're going to cheat on her and you want it to sting, you should probably tell her. No?
Self-satisfaction.
But
Me
in
first.
what circumstance?
But that's not really-
What was going on?
Oh,
that
no,
she
as long as it's in here, it's working.
In what circumstance was she like, I don't need you? What was happening?
In argumentative conversation. As a guy,
Anything can be said.
Yeah, but like
women wait
but
till those
like,
special moments to use the most shit that'll
But I just feel
hurt
like
you the most.
something was going on that it came up that like, hey, I don't need you. Like, because nobody's gonna just really say
Have
that.
you always used a response that is relevant to
It
the
doesn't
argument
always
that you're
make
having?
sense, Ayana.
Have you always used a response that is relevant to the argument you're having?
Shout out to you.
Right. Well, like right now, see, this is
women do that all the time.
You'll
be talking about how you leave dirty clothes on the bathroom floor. And then you be like, all right, I'll get around to it in the day. I don't understand why you're always on my back about it. I go home every day. I fucking work. I come home to provide for this family and stuff. You be like, well, that's why Jeff's dick bigger than yours. And you be like, where did it come from? Like, women do that kind of shit. That was an extreme, but women do that kind of stuff all the time.
That's evil. That's evil. But it gets different when you're emotionally
one.
charged.
Call
you know
it.
what I'm
That's one. That's one.
Well,
2 more.
Well,
nah. You
No, let me just say.
I gave you a pause.
I bowed that, but because you said that, I'm trying to be, respectful of my, because it could be a thing all day, but it's true. It happens. Sometimes in arguments, people say stuff that they don't mean. So I'll give you one.
People are like
have
women. Because most times y'all do it a lot more. Like most times we say what we mean in arguments. A lot of times you'll just say whatever out your mouth.
That's why hurt feelings from women come from women that know men. I made that argument before.
Yeah.
No woman can hurt your feelings unless she knows you, because she knows your weak point. She knows what to use in an argument towards you.
That's true.
A man can go into Walmart and make three stranger women cry. A woman can't do the same.
I watched the episode when you said that. That's
true.
Yeah.
That's true. But you know what's
That's
crazy
true.
about that? I don't understand the guys that like to fight women that's not their girl. And I mean verbally fight, of course. Like, I don't get, like, that with, like, women.
I've had the female argument.
I don't mean banter. I mean, like, really cussing the girl out. Like, that's not your girl.
Bitch,
like,
right?
I never get that. That's weak to me.
Yep.
I got nothing for that.
Yep.
That's all I got.
I don't know niggas that, like, I don't associate with niggas
I've
that be
seen
like,
it before.
that
I'm
give
just
you
like,
the fuck you energy to a woman they don't know in a public place.
yeah, it's low.
It's one thing for you to slide into DMs and do some dumb shit like that. I'm kidding. No, it's not. But it's still,
It's all insecurity.
But so she brought that up because we're still at the center of the day. Keep forgetting that.
Yeah, we got it.
So she brought that up, and she was like, the fact that like you hate the most when women tell you don't need them. And she told me, think about your last or your most significant relationship, and what was the problem after? I was like, getting over her, and she was like, I need you to understand the correlation here, because what you might have thought was obsession or what's the other infatuation or something like that. Maybe that was your interpretation of the phrase "till death do us part." Maybe you had the ideology of spending the rest of your life with this woman, and that wasn't the idea for her. Maybe you struggled with waking up in the morning because I've gone through like mental health issues out of the wazoo out of just that relationship alone. So she was pointing out that maybe you have suffered from that because it was hard for you to wake up in the morning without knowing that person was there. Knowing that she is completely fine with waking up the next morning and you not being there. Wow. So the correlation she was making was, maybe you were always looking at that relationship like we're always going to, no matter what, we're going to end up together. And the only way we're not going to be together anymore is for death. To the point that you're like, yo, I can't live with this female anymore. Or I can't live without this female. And maybe that's what your one thing that you carry over into all your future relationships. I'm not dating a woman unless she can't wake up the next morning without me.
It's crazy how one significant woman can literally like lay the trajectory for like the rest of our relationships for a while. Mm-hmm. Like I still deal with some stuff from like my high school sweetheart, and this is 15 years ago at least.
Shout out to growth.
I feel so bad because I hear what the both of y'all are saying, but the only thing that I can think of is men get their heart broke one time, and then everybody after that got to deal with the aftermath. That's all I heard.
Is that not what y'all do?
No.
What?
Also, time out.
Do we not pick up the pieces from the last 5 people that y'all did?
Time
Not just
out.
one. We
Time
leave
out.
out with one.
Time out.
Y'all will have 5 different pieces.
Y'all get
Shout out to my
heart
exes.
broke one time
Right.
in the 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sarah that you meet when you 20 years old got to deal with the fact that you don't trust nobody because
But
little
see-
Esmeralda
but see
stole
the-
your
but see
piece
the
of candy out your lunchbox.
But see, the difference between men and women is men will go through 3 relationships. On their 4th girl, they'll fall in love. And then they'll go through 3 more relationships. And
After
that
that?
4th girl, after that, they'll fall in love with the 4th
Okay.
girl. And they'll go through 3 more relationships. But they will always be affected by that 4th girl. Y'all will be affected by your first guy until you're affected by your second guy, until you're affected by your third guy.
And never
until
get
you're
healed by
affected
either one.
I think that
No
just
healing. So now I gotta. So now, like in our arguments, I gotta deal with my stuff that I've jacked up. The last dude, the other dude, your dad, your uncle, your brother,
But
every dude that's
Y'all
harming-
setting the
If you- I
expectation
just
off
feel
of
like
every ex.
if
We are
the
setting it off
man-
of one.
If the man come correct, no, you don't.
That's not true.
If he come correct, no, you don't.
That's not true.
doing
I mean,
this.
see,
I don't know what kind of women y'all
I
dealing with,
wish-
but if she come correct, no, you don't.
I wish that like we could have conversations and women actually acknowledge that they don't heal from stuff before they go to the next guy.
Facts.
that
Women go to the next guy to
men
heal.
are already in a relationship before they end the one
But
that
we
they're
are not
in
using
now.
that relationship to
No.
heal.
And,
Because
Or
you
men
have
will
to
date
think about-
and have
or
no
to
emotional
be-
attachment to the woman they're with.
Women will be single and be healing and dealing with it while we just broke up
But
yesterday.
y'all
You
was-
already in
But y'all
another
would jump
relationship.
into another relationship while y'all are healing.
wow.
Y'all
You see
don't
what I
even
mean?
heal.
Exactly. Sometimes we
See,
just cooking our dirt
that's
to the next
not-
door.
That's not me. I can't.
Right.
I take
Right.
breaks.
Hey.
After a relationship, I'd take at least a year.
Hey, look, I reposted something, and I'll never forget it for the end of time. Shout out to my homegirl Nat for this one. Men don't heal, they start podcasts.
That's a fact. That's what we just did, huh?
And you know what though? And I'm not trying to like run nothing, but what you said also made me think about the topic about is marriage.
Necessary?
Yeah.
We'll get to it. I
Yeah.
promise you. Because
Don't-
we're still at my
don't
sin of the
forget.
day.
Don't forget.
Which ties it all in. That was my sin of the day is the fact that, like, no, I still stand. I'll support that sin. I will say that, no, I'm still not going to put myself in a situation in which a woman does not value my worth to the relationship. And the type of person I am, I'm already into that relationship when I know that you're going to get that kind of value from me.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Facts.
solid sin to stand by.
Facts.
So,
I mean,
And
who-
shout out to you for going
who
to
wants-
therapy. People go to therapy.
yeah, shout out mental health.
Hey.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
mean,
shout out mental illness. Shout out to detachers, but shout out mental illness.
I don't think that anybody should be with somebody that doesn't value them.
And but look, here's for millennial podcast. So let's nip the bullshit in the bud. If you are a millennial, you are 26 to 42, 38, 42. You are old enough to know what the fuck you want in life. So let's nip this shit in the bud. If you are in a fucking relationship and you do not see yourself spending the rest of your life with that person, you should not be in that fucking relationship. You know what you want. You're old enough. You know how to make adult decisions. You should not be wasting somebody else's time. If you can look at that person and say, I don't need you. Get the fuck out of your relationship.
And
Not
that's-
wasting each other's time.
And that's why I say within 3 to 6 months, you know.
We'll get into that. Because I ain't forget about shit. But I
ain't
gotta back
forgot
you up.
about
I was honestly just trying to prove that my segue was better than hers. That's the only reason why I did that.
False.
Just proving the segue was better. That's all.
When we get into it, you're going to see why that's false.
So that is my sin of the day, is I put too much life or death energy into a relationship, and it has fucked me up for the future. But I think it has solidified me in saying I'm not going to put myself in a relationship where I'm not valued.
Can I ask you something? How long have you been with the therapist?
How long have I been in therapy, or how long
No,
have I been
with
with
this particular therapist.
Almost a year.
She's helping you out, man.
It took.
You're a little more.
Shout out to the Delta Airlines. Shout out to the Panoramic, but stolen. But it has, like, there was a long period in which we weren't going. But it allows me to cope with a different way than I can cope with my podcast. My podcast it's mental health for me. It's a cure to my to situations in which I deal with mental illness. But the therapist is different. Because you put me in pockets that I didn't think about, like this. I never realized that I always had that kind of mentality with that relationship when I was like, yo, if I'm not going to be with you, what the fuck is the purpose of living? Not saying I'm committed suicide, but that's how I was looking at that relationship. So, yeah, it's the end of the day. What the fuck is my woe of the week? You had made a comment on Sweats and Leggings Podcast about not giving too much in the beginning. taking time to get to know each other. You remember that?
Explain.
You had made it. Explain your comment.
Well, because I agree with that statement, and I also have a different take on that statement.
I bring it up to say when I heard that, I thought of my sin of the day. I mean, my woe of the week. And the sense of people are taking too long to figure out certain things about each other. If you don't want kids, that's a first date question for me.
Yeah.
If you are like always with your family, that's a first date question for me.
First dates aren't used properly these days.
No, they're not. 100%. Even if you online dating.
Yep.
Even if you want to be online dating, fuck your favorite color. I could give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
because that's not a make or to break it for me.
Yeah, it's not.
If you be like, well, my favorite color is blue, I'm not going to be like, well, bitch, this ain't going to work.
Do you have kids? Do you want any more?
Facts.
Do you want any in general?
If I ask you when you're
Are you able to?
Right. If I want kids, and I know that regardless of who I'm with, I want kids, and you don't want kids, that's a question I'm asking on the first date.
And now I don't have to like fall in like with you yet. I can already be like, all right, this ain't going to work.
We could be best friends.
Yeah.
You'll never be my girl.
Right.
If I have that kind of mentality about certain situations. But those are questions that need to be asked. And then people are not answering their questions the right way. If I ask you what your fucking hobby is and you tell me traveling, bitch, you better be on a flight every weekend.
Yeah. But then like when you travel, what are you doing?
I would assume, fair.
Because
your answer usually requires more questions.
yeah.
Which
is good.
Yeah, because you're right. If you're traveling, what are you doing? Do you travel for work? Do you travel for luxury? All that kind of stuff. But again, if your hobby is traveling, you need to be on a flight every weekend. You can't say, I love traveling, but you only travel once every... You can say, yeah, I love traveling. But if your hobby is traveling, you can't say I travel once every 4 months.
Right.
Hey, can I do a shout out? Shout out to my sis TK, because when I tell you that heifer travel, she travel. Every 2 weeks, she Dubai, Egypt, Africa. She everywhere.
That's what's up.
Come on, traveling.
Shout out to my
I want to be
homegirl
like
for
I
being
want to
a
be like
flight
you when I
attendant.
grow up.
In different area codes.
And that's our business.
Hey, I fix planes. Are my fingernails going to be an issue for you?
Are they dirty?
They might be.
Yeah.
Anyways, but people...
What's that episode, what?
Yeah, no, I put a lot of smoke for that. I listened to both episodes twice.
That's good.
Oh,
Enjoy it.
good.
I don't have a lot of time when I'm driving home. But nonetheless.
Got nothing going on.
But yeah, no, the woe of the week is people are not asking the right question on the first date, and people are not telling the right answers. And it made me think to like one of my relationships, she was single. She lived with her parents, and then she moved out. And she lived by herself. I would assume if you're spending a lot of time with your family, it's because, like, if I go to my parents' house, it's because either I'm bored or, no, for me, it's it. If I go to if I'm spending time at my parents' house, it's because I'm bored.
For me, it's probably I'm going to use the scanner. I don't have one at my house.
I ain't mad at it. Mine's because I gotta go to the bathroom and I have to pass my parents' house to come home. So like, and it's a closer commute. But it's funny. My mom will like turn on the basement stairs and then she'll go down to the basement and like the fan will already be on. There'll be a candle lit in the bathroom and shit.
What?
Yeah,
That's a great mom.
I know. Yeah, shout out Mama Dukes.
Man.
Yeah, she did that. It's just I laugh every time, but I'm still gonna blow up.
You
the
all right
bathroom.
down there, baby?
Nelson, that you?
Knock twice so I know you're alive. That's funny.
But no, she'll send my mother will send me texts. She'll send me emojis. She does that shit. Shout out Mama Dukes. But if you tell me you're the type of person that spends a lot of time, like you're always with your family. Or if I say, what's your hobby? And you're like, I don't really go out much. I'm usually at my parents' house or I'm hanging out with my siblings or stuff. Okay. Why are you always there?
Yeah.
That has to be my follow-up question. Because I can't say that like, oh, you're family oriented. No, you might just be bored.
You might be bored.
If you ask me, why am I always at, like, what's a hobby of mine? If I'm not fucking video editing, I'm probably at the bar.
Yeah.
I have one friend that lives in, well, technically two friends, but they're one person to me. I have one friend group that lives in the neighborhood. If I'm not with them, I'm out at the fucking bar or I'm at home video editing. Those are pretty much my hobbies. But if I'm in a significant relationship, I'm probably out at the bar a lot less.
Look at Jeremy.
That's true.
Jeremy, are you that friend that's in that group?
No, that's true.
J-Pat is definitely that other nigga. And how often am I at your house? Maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah. If that.
So, like, if I'm not video editing, I'm at the bar. But I'm not a bar body. I just have free time.
Men drink more when they're single.
100%. Because men are out more. They
Yeah.
socialize more.
And it's funny because a lot of men be like, I'm trying to like save money. That's why I'm not with a girl. I'm like, bro, you spend more money
At the bar than
buying
you would in a
around
relationship.
for all the girls that you could potentially be with as opposed to just taking your girl on a date.
Yeah, don't buy that girl a drink. Buy her friends drinks.
But you end up buying the round, and now like 15 times 5 is, it's a lot of money on one
Or
shot.
just walk to a group of women with a drink and be like, which one of y'all like me? And when they don't have an answer, you just say, all right, well, I have a drink
That's
for the...
true.
Hashtag no.
The funny thing is, the
I heard
thirstiest
Drake
one will answer, not the one that really likes you.
Facts.
It's gonna be the one that just want that.
I was just about
The one that
to
wants to
say,
drink.
like, who is answering that call?
The one that like you,
The
that
one that want the
never
drink.
wants to admit it first.
Yep.
Facts.
That's all.
Y'all know how to be honest with yourselves.
Yeah,
But-
that ain't never happened to me or my friends that I know of.
Somebody
We're going
walk
to get back
over
to
and
that. Your little grocery store, the melons are ripe today thing conversation.
Yeah.
Because you completely reneged on that. But we'll get to it.
Why?
I got you. Don't worry. But yeah,
I'm not.
if you were spending time with your family, and I know you're going to be in a relationship, I'm pulling a phenomenal job at bringing this shit right back. It's crazy.
You're doing good, man.
You're really doing a good job.
Must be the
But
Tito's.
you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Okay.
So if you're
She's a-
always with your family, and then we get in a relationship together, I'm just thinking you're doing that because you're bored, and I didn't ask. And now we're in a family, we're in a relationship together, and every time I'm around, you want to go to your family's house, and I'm not family oriented like that, or I have other shit I can be
You
doing.
didn't know her dad needed
other than-
assistance.
Other than playing fucking horseshoes with your auntie. Now I have an issue with
Her
that.
dad needs assistance, and you didn't know. Now you feel like a jerk.
For what?
Yeah, that was the wrong word.
I wasn't gonna say jerk. But I don't curse anymore. I'm working on my language.
But I feel like an asshole for what? I'm still questioning.
Yeah, that's
No,
You're talking to me.
that's not the energy he's
Yeah.
feeling.
I would have felt any kind of guilty because I'm not supporting your dad.
that's true. I don't really care that much. So. We can move on.
So that's my woe of the week. You niggas are not asking the right questions, and you niggas are not giving the right answer. And by niggas, I mean female and women, because we don't play genders out here. Wait. Oh, shout out to Nueves. Yeah.
Yep.
LGBTQIAPK community. Shout out to them.
What? What's the new ones?
The Nueves.
No,
The
no.
new 9.
No.
Oh, what's all the letters?
The last 3.
LGBTQIAPK.
IAP.
Intersex,
Okay.
asexual, pansexual, and kink.
Yep.
Oh, they put kink in there
Yeah,
now.
I put kink in there.
So Dave Chappelle was not lying. They're not gonna stop.
Has
him
Dave
until they
Chappelle
go
ever
home.
lied to us?
Yeah, I've
Never.
never. lied.
He ain't never lied.
Hey,
Motherfucking
all right,
prophet.
man. I mean, so can I join now since I'm the sapiosexual? Can they put the S on it too?
What the fuck is sapiosexual?
Yeah, we talked about that in one of them episodes.
A sapiosexual is someone who's turned on by intellectuals. So,
Oh.
yeah. Like if you're just smart, you might look like a sack of rocks. but
So
if
what
you're
is regular?
smart,
Being
I'm
attracted
just
to
like,
dumb niggas?
I mean,
Yep.
a lot of people do that
Yeah,
in our community.
That's it.
especially.
that's it right now.
If they look good, people will settle.
Hey, shout out to that fuck ass Fresh and Fit podcast. If you're a follower of them, I don't fuck with you. I mean, you can listen to them and listen to me, but like I don't fuck with you. We can't be friends. Yeah, because you always talk about bringing on dumb broads. We're talking to dumb broads. That's what I got out of that.
I
That's
don't
what
like
we're talking
talking to dumb broads.
Neither do I.
I don't even know who they are. So
I'm a sapiosexual.
Anyways,
Anyways,
that's been called out as recent. Let's get into you guys' podcast content
oh
Ooh.
man. Get into it.
because I have smoke for both of you. I have smoke for each of you and then both of you.
I'm cool.
I don't smoke. So
Oh man.
Yikes.
I didn't
First
bring
of
my
all,
hookah today, so there's that.
Nonpareil is right.
what'd he say?
Black women are the one that's bashing Lori Harvey.
Please, where's that pause? Bad button. Yeah, it's true. Nobody else does besides them. Or y'all. I'm sorry.
You want to know why?
Let me hear.
Because men don't give a fuck about who these celebrities are dating.
We don't at all.
Men don't care who are for the streets unless they not giving us pussy or... That's it. That's the only time men care about who's for the streets. You for the streets and you not giving me pussy.
You said men versus black women. It's other women out there besides black women.
White women are not bashing
they don't care
fake
about-
so white celebrities.
I haven't heard any black women. I mean, I haven't.
You want to know why you know it's not anybody but black women?
Why?
Who else knows who the fuck Lori Harvey is
Because
other than
I
black
think
women?
it's men.
White women.
It's men.
Men don't know who Lori Harvey is.
It's them future supporters. It's them future supporters.
Every
Supporters
nigga
don't bash Lori Harvey. Nobody's.
I've not heard black women bash her. I've not heard it.
Every Future supporter only reposts memes of Future in a picture by himself.
Yeah, and like
And he's
Future.
usually in a daishiki or some kind
But
of
Future talking
Jesus
about
outfit.
tell Steve Harvey I don't want to, like them is the people. I don't know the black women that y'all are speaking of. I ain't seen it. I ain't heard it. I mean on YouTube just like everybody else.
See, Ayana's from the country.
It wasn't that funny. It wasn't that funny.
So
I'm still waiting on the punchline.
There's no punchline.
That was the punchline.
It wasn't funny.
No, so that was the preface of me saying it be women that are more city girl-ish that will bash a Lori Harvey.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is what she not doing not like city girl?
No, he's saying not city
I'm not
girl.
talking like the city girls.
He's
the
talking
group.
about
I'm talking about girls from the
women
city,
that live in the city,
metropolitan areas.
Yes,
things
I'm
like
just
that.
saying, where are y'all getting this smoke because I haven't heard it.
I would not know who Lori Harvey was if it was not for a black woman.
Okay, well, I'm just saying I haven't heard that, and that could be circumstantial because there's other people who are talking about her too, but I've not
How
heard.
many black friends do you have?
I have a few. I have a few. I have a few. Yeah. Shout out Shelbyville. Hey.
All right.
I don't know. I've not heard nobody bashing her. So y'all, what y'all are saying?
I would not know
I
who
think-
Lori Harvey was if it wasn't for a black woman.
I don't care that much about
ain't heard
celebrities. I think that's the kind of the other
That's what
point.
we
It's
don't know.
men
Niggas don't know who
Men
dating.
don't care about celebrities. If she's cool, she could be a celebrity or just somebody bad that we saw. We say whatever.
The thing is, when I started hearing the mess about her on the radio, it was men talking about her. Oh, she's with this dude this week, and next week she's with that dude.
Well, dudes,
I did not hear women
But like I said,
talking about
the
that.
only time men have a problem with women that's for the
'Cause she
streets
wasn't
is
giving
if
them none.
you're not getting no pussy.
Exactly.
But
And when
other
I
than-
heard women talking about her,
But
they
if-
were like, hey, yes, he wasn't doing it for her, so she moved on. It was in a more positive light. I've not heard women say,
for me,
I've not heard it.
For me, it's the girls that hate on her because they can't move like her.
They could go both ways. It's women hating on
I'm
her,
not-
and it's men hating on her because they know they would never be in her caliber of man.
But I think that your argument is better if you're with talking to a dude that actually cares. If you're talking about those dudes that are calling in the radio, first of all, if you're calling in the radio on a regular basis, that's just weird anyway. But I feel like you're talking to those dudes, but I don't have an argument against that. My argument is just the fact that
a majority of men don't give a fuck who these celebrities
I
are.
didn't have the argument, period. He said that it was black, so it wasn't my argument to begin with.
My argument is that it's not. It is black women
So that
are
was
bashing
y'all's
the black
argument.
women.
It wasn't my argument to begin
because
with.
the conversation was about why isn't J-Lo getting shitted on as opposed to Lori Harvey?
Right.
And
the whole
his
thing
argument
is
was
your
because the
community.
Hispanic community is not bashing J-Lo like the black community is
Right.
bashing Lori Harvey.
And the black community is not just the black women; it's the black men too that's
cool,
bashing
but
her.
I don't even know dudes that
I got
talk like
that. I got that. You're
We
right.
get
You're
that
right.
point.
The
I
black
know.
community is not
It's
just
the-
black
the
men and
black-
black women.
yes.
But
That's
when I
fine.
tell you that the argument is niggas don't know who Lori Harvey is unless a woman tells them about it,
I didn't know
who's
who
bashing Lori Harvey?
I didn't know who she was until the niggas was talking about her. I mean, the men
On that radio
was
station.
talking about her in their songs. I didn't know who she was until
That's-
the men were
That
talking
don't
about
count.
her.
That's pop culture reference.
I didn't know.
That
who
don't
she-
count. That's pop
How
culture
does that
reference.
not count? That's how I knew
That's
who she
pop
was.
culture reference. I'm talking about when you're having a casual conversation with a regular
And
nigga
then
ass, a regular
once-
ass nigga like you.
Once I got into knowing who she was, the topic was positive. I didn't have that negative conversation that you guys are talking about.
Well, to me, to further the conversation, it goes deeper than Lori Harvey. It's women hating on women that can
y'all all in
move
competition with
differently
each other.
than they can.
Yeah.
If you can't,
Y'all all in competition.
one woman like
Yeah, we're groomed
all right,
that way from jits.
right?
Yeah.
So
100%.
so this
Yeah.
gets to what I'm saying. So you might not care about Lori Harvey
That's
personally.
2.
But a lot
No,
of
that's
women.
a different argument. That's a different argument.
It's fine. It's
That's
fine.
2.
It's fine. So, but a lot of women that if a girl that walks in the room that they perceive
That's one.
prettier or they perceive like it's just like can get more dudes than them,
Yeah.
they will find things to hate on
Facts.
on that
That's
woman.
true.
Facts.
That's what Lori Harvey represents when I say that statement.
Yes. Women,
That-
don't nobody look. I
Yeah.
say I hate niggas like there's no tomorrow, but don't nobody hate a bitch like a bitch.
That's true.
I like a bitter one.
That's that too.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but that
Add an adjective
that
to
wasn't the
already
argument,
established
but I agree with that. Yeah.
No,
But
my
women
argu-
are groomed like that from beginning because we're always because just like you said, for every one man, there's 18 women. So we out here.
Yes.
So-
so y'all gotta fight more.
That's a different conversation.
It's just furthering it. That to me, Lori Harvey's just an example. I don't care about celebrities that much. To me, the point was.
With that being said, if y'all out here battling for each other because y'all the ones that's trying to get
Battle
picked,
of the sexes.
how y'all out here? How are y'all the table when we asking y'all what y'all bringing to the table?
Ooh.
How are y'all the
Ooh.
table?
Ooh. Are we getting into the
Y'all a dime a dozen is what I fuck cancel, but goddamn it.
Warning. Cancel culture is imminent.
Y'all a dime a dozen as far as I'm concerned when that's being argument. Like,
You know what?
I can go find 3 of you on the street right now.
the fact that you
I'll
say
make
that
all 3 of them my best friends.
the fact that you say that is wrong because even if it's 10 of them, it's only going to be that one that you really want as a man.
Yes.
So, like, no, it's not. It's not 10 of me. It's only one of me. And
But
if
when you
want
say
me,
I am-
you can have 10 girls after me. They ain't never gonna be.
But then you
Ayana.
get bitter and competitive when I pick a different one.
No, she don't. Not if she don't want you. Not if she don't want you. Because it could be you want me, but I don't want you. Now you making every girl pay for the fact that I don't want you.
Right. We're not talking about the women that don't want you. We talking
Hey,
about the
we
women
ain't
that
talking
want
about.
you.
Now we ain't talking
Because
about.
then I
Now
say,
we ain't talking about it.
no,
Now I'm not the
we were
table.
never
You
talking.
the chair.
My argument was
Alright.
when you ask a woman like, "What do you bring to the table?" and her response is, "I am the table."
She probably built it. She probably built it.
I could go find
She
11
probably
other
built
women
it.
that built the table too.
She probably built it. And the thing is, you keep trying to dodge it, but we can go right into it. Like, why do we have to be married these days? Because now we're at that stage now where men have to be at a stage where they have to be likable. Like, now I have to like you in order to try to build a life with you. Whereas before, I needed you. I couldn't leave my parents' house. I couldn't get a bank account. I couldn't get a house. I couldn't do nothing
Most of these bitches
without a
can't do
man.
that.
You a lie. You a lie. You a lie. And I don't know what kind of women you know. I don't know no women who ain't got no bank account. So what kind of women is you hanging around?
I've dated a couple.
Well, that's the kind of women that you after, but I don't know them.
No,
I don't know
I
them.
dated a couple.
I don't know
was
them.
that was a past life.
Yeah, I don't know them kind of women. So now,
y'all
y'all have to be likable and have substance, and most of y'all don't have substance. Y'all don't even
But
know
you
what
don't
to
give
do.
a fuck about whether we likable because a lot of women are so fucking materialistic. All they looking to do is be flued out.
Yo.
How much money you got? Can you put me up in a hotel? Can we take a vacation this weekend?
I like that point right
That's
there.
a certain caliber of woman.
But you talking about a certain caliber of niggas.
That's true, 'cause-
You can't generalize all
What do
niggas
you
and get mad when
mean?
we generalize
I'm
all
not
women.
generalizing. I'm just saying we're talking about a certain topic
but you
about.
just said most.
Most
you
what?
said most men. That was like what
Most
That's a
men what?
generalization.
you just started your phrase with that.
Most men what? What did I say?
I didn't hear.
Don't
it.
have
You didn't.
substance.
Oh, y'all didn't let me finish the statement.
I'm not that
Don't
guy.
have substance.
Y'all didn't let me
You said
finish the
most men
statement.
Yeah,
don't have
most men don't
substance.
have substance.
What I'm saying was, from what we were talking about a dime a dozen, was that nowadays men have to be likable. You want to know what we're bringing to the table and how we're not like, oh, I can pick you, but I can also pick them too. Yeah, but they're not going to be me, and the reason why is because now, if
What
you
makes
want
you
me,
different?
If you want me, I have to like you too. But I hate to say this, but the thing is, if I don't necessarily need you around.
I got that.
Because-
But
That's
that's
Because-
into the relationship. That's a different. I'm talking about like the initial, the beginning. What the fuck is gonna make me take you out to dinner? What do you have that the rest of the
But
17?
the thing is, you decide that.
The 17 to
Majority
my
of
one
the time,
ass
no
doesn't
woman
have.
is asking you out. Majority of the time, you asking me. So So you tell me what it was that made you ask me out. I don't know. What did you see in me?
Oh, the argument is not against the woman I'm asking out. The argument is
But
towards
you're
the women.
asking me a question that
But
I don't
the
know. How would I know what you see in me?
The argument is to the women.
It's not an argument. I'm just asking.
No. The conversation is towards the women
Right.
that are getting mad that they're not getting asked out.
Oh, I don't know them. I don't know nothing about that. Listen,
Okay.
I don't know nothing about
boss
that.
talk.
Cause I'm.
You getting asked out?
I mean,
They walking up to you in Walmart, starting conversations about ripe melons.
and then while I'm not smiling and stuff, and then I have to be like, okay, bye. Like, yes, I don't know. I don't know why they're not being asked out.
Can't speak for them, huh?
Yeah, I can't speak for them. I don't know nothing about that.
Would you like to speak?
Go tune in to episode 1 of the Sweats and Leggings Podcast.
Please.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
See, yeah, y'all done got turned up because she know we ain't podding this week and she want to go out of town.
That is not true. I'm
So
not
she getting hers.
Are you getting flued out?
I'm flying myself out.
Ow.
I'm flying myself out.
Ow.
Because I can do that.
Hey, I like that boss talk. See, that's attractive to me.
It is. I love independent. I love modern women. I love independent, strong, independent modern women. I love y'all so much. I want to marry y'all and get a prenup.
We want one too.
Until it's time to get a prenup.
Hey,
Hold on, you said women want a prenup?
some of them.
Until it's time to get a prenup.
Some of them. Yeah.
I can't speak on that.
Until it's time to get a prenup. I'll make that argument 10 times out of 10. Women would talk about, yeah, I get a prenup. I'm independent. I'm strong. I got this. Then when we get married and I'm over here like, you going to sign these papers? Because I ain't putting that ring on your finger until you sign these papers. Ooh, I don't understand. We love each other and blah, blah, blah. Yo, you independent. You strong.
That goes back and forth. That's
But
men
you
and
know-
women. That's men
but you
and
know
women.
what it
Men
is,
are like
though?
that
What
too.
woman is asking, outside of a celebrity, what woman is asking a man to sign a prenup and a man is saying, nah.
I mean, but vice versa. What man is asking? Like you, first
What
of all, you
man
don't got
is
nothing.
asking a woman to
First of
sign
all, you
a
don't got nothing. So why am I signing a prenup? Like unless you are like got money,
I don't know them niggas.
unless you got money,
That's
why
the
is
man
he
you
asking
dating.
her?
That's the man you dating. I don't know the niggas like that. I don't know the
I ain't
niggas
dating
that.
nobody that asked me something. That ain't been my situation. I'm just saying. If a man is saying sign a prenup, why though? Like, do you got?
Because
something?
you're strong, independent. That means you got you. You good.
Yeah.
So you come in with what you came in with, and I come in with what I came with it. And if so happen
We
to
so
be it,
happen to leave.
Yeah.
we leave with what we came in with.
I think that's.
But
These
women
is two
will fight the
regular
pre.
people?
But
These is
women
two
will.
regular people you talking about?
No,
Like,
I'm talking. Wait, what? No, I'm talking about two people getting married.
Yeah, but like we both like just regular, just working.
Yeah.
I would especially ask for a prenup in that situation.
If
Because
you-
what if I get rich while we married and it
Yeah, because
doesn't
I'm
work
gonna
out?
be rich in a couple years.
Me
so.
too.
Right, but if you was to get,
Or what if I get rich and I'm an ain't shit nigga and now I'm sleeping around in the streets and you trying to divorce me and take
You
half?
don't need to be married.
Prenup.
You don't need to be married.
You can't get a prenup unless your prenup is the follow up to the marriage.
No.
So for the-
she's talking
I'm
about like
saying-
sleeping around. if
I'm
you
saying
get
like if I'm like, oh, I want to marry you.
Well,
chances
I was
are,
in love
I
with you,
ain't gonna be
but then you
ish.
told me you didn't need me, so now I'm out here sleeping around.
But why did she tell you she didn't need you? You probably had done something to provoke that.
Because
out
she
of her.
knows me and she knows that would piss me off. So when we were arguing about making the bed in the morning, she told me she didn't need me.
That is some
I ain't saying
post-traumatic.
to that extent. I'm just
stress.
saying money changes people regardless of how people want to act.
Facts.
So like if I get rich and famous, I guarantee you Jordan slept with way more people after he got on the Bulls than what he did beforehand. You feel me?
Right.
So if I
you're
go
in
in,
different
if I'm going into
circles.
a marriage and we both ain't nobody,
That's circumstantial.
let's sign that prenup
That's
because
circumstantial.
just in
on men
case.
and women, because women are like that too. Like so, like mind you, I feel like women who really have money like that, if they marry somebody who doesn't, they're gonna ask.
I
him
mean,
to sign
somebody
a prenup.
asked me.
Yes,
Nah,
but
Mary J should have.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. But that's a different realm. If we making the same, the chances of a woman being okay with a prenup are slim.
That's true.
I mean, maybe, but if we're making the same, I'm probably if we're making this, if me
Generalize
and
it.
you are
Would
making
you
the
be
same-
offended?
Generalize it.
Let me just. That's what I was about to say. If me and you are like together, we're married. We're doing just like you said. Because I feel like I'm kind of the same way that you are when it comes to relationship. Hey, if I'm in it, we doing it. Are we doing it or we not? I just need to know. But if we doing that and then you come to me and we both making, let's just even say $60K. Like we just regular people, $60K. I'm making $60K, and you just be like, babe, we about to get married. You might want to go ahead and sign these people. I'm probably gonna look at you and be like, nigga, who the hell you think you are?
Well,
So my argument stands.
I think if you a dude,
But it's just like why are you asking me that? Whatever we're doing right now, we're doing together. We're building together.
You're
at
right.
this point, like if you're doing something, there's chances are I'm helping you.
But
if I'm doing something,
but if
you're
you
probably
sign a
helping me
prenup,
too.
you don't come in with like if you
But why
came
is
in with
that- why would you
30,000
come
and I
in?
came in with 30,000 and we both making 60,000 now, like you don't only leave with 30,000. I leave with 30,000 and 60,000 goes to the state. Like that's not how that works. You come in with the equal amount.
I think I'm just confused on why, if we both coming in with the same amount and we're helping each other, why are we talking about
Because
that?
you're strong and independent.
I'm gonna be that regardless.
So sign the fucking prenup.
I mean, I'm gonna be that regardless whether you're here or not.
okay. So you're saying what's the point of the prenup if you don't really have more than me anyway?
What,
There's
but
no
but
point.
no,
That's
not
not
if you
what
don't
you're
have more. But if we're building together, like we're doing something together, everything is like conjoined. If we're doing something together, why are you asking me to sign a prenup?
So that if I make more, because you think you under the assumption that we both growing equally.
But if we're growing
Let's-
and you make more,
let's
there's
be
something
realistic.
that I did that helped you get there.
That's
like you
only-
didn't do that on your own.
That's only cute.
You didn't do that on your own. You did not do that on your own.
And that's
If
why
we're
I would ask
together-
off break.
If
That
we're
right there.
together and we're building a life, let's say we have children or something, chances are if we have kids, just if we're doing like traditional type things, this is just saying.
But no, you're not
No.
talking about a traditional situation.
Yes, I am.
You're talking about a modern situation.
modern situation.
If both people are in a relationship are making 60K, you're not talking traditional. Yeah, that was big guys.
we're gonna call you back.
Damn, I'm not connected. I would have answered it too.
I guess I'm just confused on but you know, I mean, hey.
No, I think if you have a conversation like this, you need to have less variables and more constant so you can actually have a conversation about it. There's a lot of variables going on right now.
I'm just saying, like,
But
as
if we're both making 60K and it's a
not
modern situation,
That's not a modern.
and you're
That's a
coming
modern
into
situation. It's not traditional. So you can't use anything past 2000. When was City Girl invented?
Oh, God.
2018.
I mean, okay, whatever. If we both making the same and you say you want a prenup, if we in it for whatever, I mean, whatever. It's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be a deal breaker to you?
I'm gonna feel some. I mean, I'm just gonna like wonder like where did this come from?
So no, all right. So what if I'm making 60K, but I have things in place this is gonna quadruple in a year or two, just based off of my side projects, what I got going on. Then he may feel like to protect himself, he may need to cover himself.
Oh,
with the prenup.
100%. Because I know whether my woman makes it or not, I'm going to.
Right, because she
Right.
might have a 9 to 5, and I might have a 9 to 5, but I also got a 6 to 10, and I also got a 11 to midnight because
Okay.
that's what I'm doing in my grind. He might feel like to protect my assets just in case anything happens, and she decides one day for whatever reason, because y'all do move off emotions a lot of times. Say, hey, he could say, hey, like, just in case, would you mind signing this? Does that make you does that change your view on this man?
I think it's circumstantial, but maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah. Just honestly, realistically, yeah. Because I just want to be like, now you're doing these extra things from 9 to 5 and from 6 to 10, but chances are when you come home, like I'm there with your. When I get off from my 9 to 5,
But he's not planning to leave you. He's saying just in
I don't
case.
care. I don't care. But I've cooked and I've prepared a home for you and I've cleaned for you. I've raised your children so that while I'm doing all these other things, you can go off and do your extra things without having to worry because I got your back on the tail end.
But my thing-
yeah,
Now
I might feel some type of way.
Here's my
I
question.
just might
Here's
feel
my
some type of
question.
way.
What if we don't have kids and I'm working the 6 to 11 and you not?
The 6 to 11.
9 to 5, 6 to 11.
Yeah, remember we was just.
Oh yeah, and what am I doing? Like nothing. Like I'm not doing.
Nigga, I don't know. Wendy Williams comes on every day.
Like I'm not. Like when you come
Maybe
home.
she's talking about Lori Harvey.
I'm asking though, like when you come home, are there those little things, the things that you don't even have to think about, like if we go to the grocery store, if we have cleaning supplies at the house, or if your clothes are done, or if you have dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You know how
if I'm not doing no, because that's a job. Because,
That's not a factor.
because men would know, because men will
That's
try
not
to
a
say
factor.
men will say I can pay somebody to do that. You can, and that's a job.
That's not
So
a
if
factor.
I'm doing that for
That's
you too,
not a
you
factor.
think you're gonna
All right.
grow?
That's not a factor. I'm
Nope.
gonna
But my
tell you
question
why.
is, like-
because you make it sound like men can't do day-to-day shit without that kind of stuff in his life. Men are natural, instinctive creatures. They are instinct more than anything.
Dumb.
Yeah, we dumb as fuck. 100%.
hell.
I'm coined to saying niggas are stupid. But niggas are instinctual. So regardless of whether you have a home-cooked meal for us or not, we gonna eat.
Right.
Wendy's is calling us.
I'm not
so
saying
that's not a contributing factor to the argument.
But having somebody do that for you is a comfort and is a luxury.
It's a convenience.
Luxury.
It's a convenience.
So hold on. Because my point is, when you get to the prenup, that's supposed to be after. Like, this is like how you're leaving. What you did during the relationship, I'm sure I was doing male things in the relationship too. But once I leave, does all those contributions equal 50%?
You're not getting alimony after the case. That's what happens.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're not. I'm not putting money in your pocket.
No,
I shouldn't
after we break up. That's
the thing is, there's practice and theory. All that y'all are saying, it sounds like logically it sounds good, but when you're in the thick of it,
why are we arguing anything but logic?
Because when you're in the thick of it, it's not just black and white.
Why are we arguing anything but logic?
And there are things that women do for men that they don't even have to think about in the ease of life that we make life better for them.
But so you should be paid for the rest of your life for making dinner?
So you're not
for
going
2 years?
You
should be paid for the rest of your life for making dinner for 2 years.
Hold on. Because
if we married for 2 years, if you're married for 2 years and then we get a divorce. 2 years
is not alimony status. It's like, it's 5 or 10, right?
I don't know the
details. It's 5 or 10.
But
and
that's why everybody should get a prenup.
It's the difference between 2 years and 5 and 10.
Okay. All right. Say you're making dinner every night for 5 years. You think you should be paid for the rest of your life for that? As if you weren't getting something during the relationship for making a home cooked meal?
That's
the
my
thing
whole point.
is, I've made your life easy for you to be able to go out.
You got it for 5 years, but you're not telling me.
I've made your life easy for you to be able to go out and do these extra things on top of the things that.
But you're not going to tell me you weren't getting something out of it during those 5 years that you were making my life easier.
Like what?
Right.
You telling me you're going to be with a man for 5 years and make him dinner every night and he not making your life easier?
That's true.
What if she loves him?
I don't give a fuck about love. Women don't give a fuck about love.
That's the difference in men and women, because
women want security.
No, they do. Women do care about love.
Women don't give a fuck about love.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, that is true. Because after you said that, nigga, you were doing too much.
Ashley, no, stay there.
What are you doing?
Why are you sitting on that
You're
side?
supposed to sit over here. No, you're on this side.
This is hilarious.
You're supposed to sit over here. That's why it's sitting there. Ashley, it was already predestined.
I can edit you out, nigga. It's fine.
Wait, can I just wrap up this
concern.
and say
Don't worry
this?
about
Listen, when we talk about the table, here's what women do. Like, if women didn't bring something to your life, there wouldn't be. Like, men wouldn't be so gung-ho about, like, getting the woman. The thing is, it's not always about monetary things. I hear what you guys are saying about the prenup. I get it. I think that's just circumstantial to whatever y'all's situation is. But
Is
if
that
a
number
man,
3? Is that number 3? Did I get my points out before we say bye to the free niggas? I think I got all 3 of them out before we say bye to the free niggas.
That was only 2, because that one, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Cool.
You know what?
Whatever.
You know what?
Women.
You know what?
What?
And for the episode 55 plug of the week, because we're gonna come back to it after we do the plug of the week, and I give my 2 kicks and a hug out. And yes, will you relax so I can do the plug of the week, and then you'll go to the bathroom, okay? God damn, I gotta say bye to my free niggas because they ain't paying for this content. But anyways,
all this cussing?
I'm a dumbass millennial.
Jeez.
We're going to continue this.
So for the episode,
we're going to continue this on the Sweats and Leggings because she never answered my question. So we're going to get to that.
We're going to continue it after I say bye to the free niggas. But anyways, for the episode 55, plug of the week, I actually asked this girl for this lady. I don't know if you can say girl. I don't know if you can say female.
Don't worry about it, sis.
I asked she for...
Don't worry about it, sis. Don't worry about it.
I asked this lady for this song a long time ago, and then I forgot that I asked her for it. And I had it sitting in the backlog for a long time. But when she performed at open mic, I was like, oh, yeah, now I remember why I put you in the catalog. So, MarywitdaJane coming through with an amazing song.
She's dope.
Can I do my thing here?
On my phone.
I'm fucking with you. But this talented young lady, it's funny because, like, I look at her name and I was like, you don't look like that type of person. Why would you do that? But I don't know if it's just a play on words or she's, like, enjoying the new rules of Virginia on July 1st. But that's not the end of there. talented young lady with this amazing song, Wise Eyes That Could Testify. So, as always, it'll be in the SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. Make sure you check it out. Just go to soundcloud.com/Woes. Or just go to the fucking website. Both playlists for Volume 1 and Volume 2 are on the website. And we'll be starting Volume 3 here soon because every 20 songs, the volume starts. So, make sure you check it out. Playlist, the SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. Fuck. And here's a song by MarywitdaJane, Wise Eyes That Could Testify.
Someone once said it ain't about the destination, it's about the journey. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to life, I'm still learning. Lived a life of wrong turns and getting burned, but it's nothing that I can't take. I've been looking for the signs, I get my right. Can't be kissing no behind, I got too much pride. Lot of people like to switch sides, that's fine. Don't come back when you realize that I'm sublime. While you throwing subliminals, why you mad, what you tripping for? Why you mad, what you tripping for? You gotta stay humble, respect the grind. Karma is real and she always on time. I never trip, don't take no lip. My eyes are up here, keep them off of my hips before I dip. You can see it in my eyes, I'm wise. Wise eyes that can testify, say that 5 times. Wise eyes that can testify. One of a kind, I can't lie. You know what they say about life, we live just to die. So let out your sighs, keep your head up high, just to survive. Wise eyes that can testify, wise eyes that can testify. Wise eyes that can testify, wise eyes that can testify. Wise eyes that can testify.
We are recording. Are you asking me about moving right now? We're alive right now. And none of my guests are back. Look at these empty seats.
Sins and woes.
Was that fight real?
We was not fighting.
Oh my God! Can y'all stop? We're still in the middle
I'm
of an
spending
episode
the
right
night
now.
with Nelson. JK. I just believe.
He's gonna edit all this out.
No, I'm not. We don't edit out.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I definitely gotta keep that because I was thinking about cutting out that part where I was silent and I was trying to tell you to unmute the fucking microphone. Just shout out to 795 production not being here.
Shout out to 7-Eleven.
All right.
For what?
Because they be having everything.
Okay. I was thinking about editing that part out, but then I was like, well, no, this gap in time I have to justify this. So, shout out to our episode 55 plug of the week, MarywitdaJane. Amazing fucking song. Okay, that wasn't that. That was just lint. Falling from your pockets.
It's money in my pockets, so more for me. It's a whole lot of money in
Okay.
Sorry.
So shout out to our episode 55 plug of the week. Tim, hurry up.
He doing number 2.
Is he shitting?
It's probably going to be about 35, 45 minutes.
Tim, you shitting?
Naked booty.
Hurry up, unless you got some positive notes for the. Nah, we'll save it for the Patreons. Sorry, free niggas. But let me go do my 2 kicks and a hug. Send these free niggas on their way, and then we'll roll into because we still got a couple more arguments. Cause I got an actual source of smoke for you, and I can't wait to get in that bag.
I do not partake.
Okay, 2 kicks and a hug. Shout out to the men that be 40 in the club talking about where the hoes at. Bruh, your daughter is the hoe. Dumb bitches love y'all. Shout out to the women that ask why men always wearing hats in their Instagram photos. I don't know, female. The same reason none of your photos are below your neck. Dumb niggas love y'all. Shout out to the black people for calling out other black people, for lying to the kids, for pointing out that these niggas are telling you don't pay for pussy, but they're paying for pussy. We love you. With all that being said, I've never considered myself a man of the church, but I always consider myself a man of foresight. And I say that because the churches have always been good at having foresight, because they know you can always come through and get the good word of God absolutely free of charge. But to actually be a part of the community, got to put a little money in the tip jar. So that I say, bye free niggas.